What is up, guys? This is your boy Brad coming at you from the rpobmx shop here in northeastern PA on a chilly Friday, February 21st morning. And I wanted to give you guys your daily dose of BMX. So good morning if it's the morning, good afternoon, and good evening if you're watching this at night. Hate to leave anyone hanging on a Friday, but I figured I'd do a little update on my Simo build. This is the Simone Baracco signature frame. Simone's been riding for Subrosa for over 10 years now, since I believe he has a 10-year frame edition, and he's definitely one of my top 5 riders of all time. I just think he has a really amazing style. I think he was really influential to a lot of the styles of some of the most popular street riders that ride today. And yeah, just I admire the guy, the tricks he does. He makes them look easy, as if you could just hop on your bike and go do them. So they get often overlooked a lot, I think, but they're a lot harder to do than they look. So, all right, let me get into this right now. The one thing I changed that I'm still not really sure about, I came across the Shadow Odin stem, and I put that on with red bolts in it as opposed, and I took off, I had the red rant stem on. I love the red rant stem. Shadow, Rant, Subrosa, they're all kind of under the same distribution. But let me know what you guys think, if I should go back to this one. I know this one's kind of considered a little higher quality. This is Shadow, Rant, but I believe they're pretty similar, and I do like red stems. So let me know what you think. And first things first, before I get into this, the giveaway. I am still doing the bike giveaway. It's the middle of winter. I hate February here in Pennsylvania, and we're not at 100 entries yet. About 25 in there. But yeah, still going to be doing it first day of summer or once we have 100 entries. And I'm going to be giving away a custom build. I haven't even built it yet, but it's going to be nice. Probably 20.75, something everyone can ride. Hopefully they'll be putting a pump track in locally nearby here, and I'm going to build something with brakes. It's not going to be like a street frame. It's going to just be something that, so if someone who isn't comfortable riding brakeless, not a problem. I'm going to make sure it has brakes on it. So yeah, I'll keep you guys updated on that. You will know, you will hear about it either here on Instagram, Facebook. I'll make sure I definitely blast that out. Back to this build. All right, so we have the green Griffin grips, Mark Burnett signature grips. Mark Burnett no longer rides for Shadow. I'm not sure why. If anyone knows why Mark Burnett I heard he got laid off, but I'm not sure. But they are nice grips. I wanted to keep all the parts Shadow, Subrosa, Rant. I have the Deadbolt Slim bar ends here in red, and these are the Simo bars. These bars are a 9.2 rise, no wait, 9.3 rise they are. It's a very strange geometry. It's a 9.3 rise bar, and I believe 29 width. I can't even measure with this thing, it's too short. But bars have been around a long time. He used to ride shorter bars. He may still ride shorter bars. I know when they came out with the 9.3s, the originals were 8 something, 8.7 or 8.6. They were always strange numbers to me because probably the metric system over there. He's from Barcelona, Spain. They use the metric system. Now, like I said, the Shadow Odin stem, which has a shorter reach. Let me see, I think it's 48, but I'll double check it. Looks like it's 48, maybe 46. I think it's 48. Yeah, I'm gonna go 48. Has a taller stack height, definitely a higher rise. Right now, the head tube on this frame, this is the 20.8 frame, so I really like that size, especially for my height. It's 115 millimeter head tube, which is like 4.5 inches. So it's very similar to like Fit S&M's 4.5-inch head tubes. It's like a little over that, not to 4.6, like 4.53. And the stack height I have it set at, I'll just measure it in inches. I usually go from the bottom of the head tube to the middle of the handlebar. No, I don't. Yeah. And that's at like 7-inch. But then again, I also measure it. It's on a stand, so it doesn't matter. Never mind, we'll forget that. It's getting late. Got a Shadow headset. Shout out to my boy Tyler. Pretty sweet headset. Silver spacer in there. And a set of the chrome Simo forks. I came across the forks. I forget. Someone gave me a great deal on the forks, and I can't think of who it was. But, yeah, I don't carry Subrosa or Shadow parts in the shop, but I am just a fan of their parts, too. Don't want to carry too many brands. But I am a fan of, you know, a lot of the other brands. Just because I don't carry them doesn't mean I'm not a fan of them. However, the tires, we have the Demolition Momentums, which are on the Eastern Buzz Zip wheel set, which I've talked about before. I have one of the, it's not Tubolito, it's one of the other brands of the latex tubes, which are very light. So with all like the hardware that I have on this, I have 4 metal pegs, 4 hub guards, 3 of the hub guards are all of the hub guards are alloy. So yeah, I'll get into that. And so I'm not gonna weigh it because it's not light. I'm sure it's around 25, 26, probably 26 pounds, which doesn't matter. But the rotational weight on the wheels feels really nice. For some reason, it's just kind of bouncy. You do have to pump these tires up a lot. Don't get me wrong, they will lose air, and they only get to a certain PSI, so they don't get like very, I'd say they kind of top out around 60 PSI, and then they actually will release pressure. So if you have like a pump going, it'll just start releasing pressure once it gets to the max PSI. But they do work well with the Demolition Momentums, which are a lighter tire as well that I like. Moving down, we have the Little Ones pegs. These are the 4-inch Shadow Little Ones. I have one of the longer 4.4 ones in the back right. Haven't really been able to ride that much, so haven't really got much use out of the pegs. They're just kind of, they look good, I guess. And what I just recently got was these Demolition Bulimia front hub guards, which Demolition still does have. And they work perfect with, you need to have a cone nut that's threaded. So the Bulimia hub guards for the front by Demolition, they have a threading on them, and they also have an inside cone nut that is machined into them. However, it's a little bit longer. It's about 12 millimeters, and the cone nut for the Eastern hub is about 10 millimeters. So I just took like a grinder and a file, and I filed it down 2 millimeters on each side, and they ended up, you know, sanded it a little bit, and then I screwed them, took off the cone nuts from the Eastern Buzz Zip, tossed them, threw these on. These are alloy, steel. I mean, I don't think they're steel. I know they're like some sort of an alloy because they grinded pretty easily, but they're nice and they fit perfectly. So yeah, if you guys have a cone nut that is threaded and you're looking to get hub guards that are not plastic for the front, it's tough to find ones that aren't plastic. And what'll happen is if you get an individual front hub guard that you want to slip in on one side, it'll throw your wheel alignment off because it'll kind of push the hub over a little bit unless you use another one. Metal hub guards can be a little heavy. These are definitely a lot lighter. They're the Bulimia, so I guess that has to do with lightweight. Yeah, so pretty cool. Got those on there. I don't know why they put the graphic on the bottom. I don't understand that, and I'm not going to put it upside down on the top, so you don't see it. All right, let's get to here. We have the Shadow Simo saddle, which is, they don't sell this anymore, I don't think. Maybe you can find it. I haven't been I got this a long time ago at Extreme Cycles in New Jersey, which is a pretty cool bike shop, so shout out to Extremes. And that was the last one they had. This is over 5 years ago. And I've slowly been sourcing parts and building it since. Debating getting shadow tires, but don't think so. If there's any shadow tires, I don't like the one Simo uses. I'm not sure which one they are, but I'm not a big fan. They're a little heavier. But if there's a tire you would compare to like the Demolition Momentum by Shadow or Subrosa, do it. Shadow seat post, taller seat post. This is a lower frame. It only has an 11.5 bottom bracket. I was talking about a lot of trail frames have a lower bottom bracket like that. This frame, Simo, his style of riding, this frame has never changed in the 10 years he's been riding for Subrosa. The back end 13.5, which I have it set right to. It's like it is 13.35 slammed, but I don't have it slammed. I just have it set with the interlock chain. Sets perfectly in the center of the dropouts at 13.5, which adds some good stability when you're manualing or you're pulling the bike up. It's not, the front end isn't flying up too fast, or if you're coming down transition, it also helps a lot with the stability there. And it does have brake mounts, so if you do want to throw brakes on it, you can. So I wouldn't do that though on this frame. Some others you could, but not a Simo. Then we have recently got the Rant, the Rant Bangin' 48 cranks, really nice, in like a gloss black, 19 millimeter spindle. These are the 165s. Yeah, these are the 165s. Yeah, these are the 165s. I was thinking of getting 170s, but I went with the 165s. As you can see, you have pretty good space here from the peg to like the heel of your foot. So I also like that with the longer back end. These are the Hero SD pedals, Dennis Anderson's signature pedals. Nice pedals. They work well. Shadow didn't have any pedals that were quite as that I liked. I think their pedals were very similar to these. I like these pedals. Certain pedals I just like. I think they look good. So I'm going to stick with these for now. This is an older Shadow Conspiracy sprocket 25 tooth that I painted. You can kind of see like the red on the inside. I want to call it the Ravager sprocket. I was supposed to look this one up, so I might have to write that in the description, but pretty sure it's the Ravager sprocket. I got it with a stem, and some of Shadow's old stems were like this big, made of 7075 aluminum. Then they'd have these tiny bolts, and it'd be real, strong metal, but they were real small. They changed that a little bit. I kind of like this better. I'm not a little bit better. Okay, moving on. Let's go over the rear hub guards. On this side, I have an E-Claw overguard. Yeah, this is the E-Claw overguard. Just goes right over top, and then peg goes onto it. Only the thing is, you can't put the peg pin that keeps the peg from rotating in, because the pin goes in to the hub guard, which that's the only downside. So we'll move one of the pins out. In the front, you don't have to do that. You can leave the pins in. So this side, pretty much the same. With some of the things I love about the frame, the rose embossing here, double gussets, they says they have an investment cast seat stay. I'm not quite sure what that means, but maybe in here it just means integrated seat post clamp. Also have metal hub guard on this side that fit in perfectly. I think this is the Mission hub guard, and it throws the wheel off a little bit. I'm gonna have to take it off, man, because if you look, just notice that. You can see the wheel. Wheel should always be centered. It doesn't matter. It should always be centered. So I'm going to see if I can center it, and if not, if I had to pull the frame apart or something, which I don't remember, I'll fix that and put a different hub guard on. Now that I've kind of figured hub guards out. But yeah, that's going to be the bike check for today, guys. Giveaway's still on. I'm going to give you guys a couple close-ups of the frame, and that's going to be it for now. Thanks for watching. Hope you guys like this one. And this is my bike, not for sale, so yeah, you get to look. Enjoy your Friday, man. And women, ladies, beautiful people, BMX fans. There we go. All right, let's see what we got. I'm not gonna know how to edit that. All right, we got Simo bars, Griffin grips. Those are the Deadbolt Slim bar ends. As you can see, you say shadow on the inside. Here's the Griffin, or the Odin stem, Mark Burnett stem. And these are the Demolition hub guards. Moving on. Big fan of the seat. Six pulls. And there you can see the alignment's off a little bit. Alright guys, hope everyone has a good Friday. Hope you enjoyed this. Sorry for dropping the phone. Place an order, get a free poster. Just remind me. Peace.